30,000 years ago, humanity first forged bonds that shaped societies forever. Early humans gathered in clans, where marriage linked resources, kinship, and survival. Rituals marked unions, echoing deep instincts to pair and protect offspring. Archaeologists uncover burial sites showing paired graves, evidence of lifelong partnerships. Yet many societies embraced polygyny, allowing a man to wed several women simultaneously. This practice emerged from practical needs, not merely desire, to secure food and labor. In harsh climates, multiple wives increased hunting success and child-rearing capacity. Men with abundant resources could support several families, reinforcing status and tribal leadership. Anthropologists label such groups as polygynous societies, common among early Homo sapiens. These societies valued communal childcare, where all wives shared nurturing responsibilities. Wives often formed alliances, creating networks that enhanced trade and information flow. Such alliances reduced conflict, as each family had vested interest in collective prosperity. Polygyny also reflected gendered power dynamics, granting men control over reproductive output. Women, however, gained security through shared resources and protection within the group. The balance of benefits and constraints shaped the rise of multiple-wifed unions. Over millennia, cultural shifts and ecological changes gradually eroded widespread polygyny. Monogamy emerged as societies valued individual bonds, legal rights, and economic independence. Yet the legacy of ancient multiple-wifed marriages still whispers in myths and customs. Archaeological layers reveal hearths surrounded by multiple female figurines, suggesting ceremonial acknowledgement of several wives. Genetic analyses of ancient DNA show lineage patterns consistent with one male ancestor fathering many offspring. These patterns indicate that early human groups often relied on a single dominant male to propagate genes. Such reproductive strategies maximized survival odds in environments where infant mortality hovered near 50%. Multiple wives also diversified skill sets, from gathering roots to weaving garments, enriching household productivity. Children learned from several mothers, fostering broader social learning and cultural transmission within the clan. Polygynous arrangements reduced the pressure on any single wife to bear all offspring. When a wife died, the husband could adopt her children, preserving lineage continuity. These adaptive mechanisms illustrate how ancient humans engineered social structures to thrive under extreme conditions. Eventually, shifting economies and moral philosophies nudged humanity toward monogamous ideals. Around 30,000 years ago, early humans formed unions to secure resources and offspring. These unions were fluid, adapting to climate, mobility, and tribal cohesion demands. Anthropologists identify a distinct pattern of male-centered partnerships spreading across Eurasian foragers. In many bands, men could link with several women without formalized ceremony. Such arrangements emerged naturally where food abundance allowed one male to support multiple families. Archaeological sites reveal shared hearths and overlapping burial pits indicating plural spouses. Ethnographic parallels illustrate that polygyny functioned as a strategic alliance between kin groups. Multiple wives increased a man's labor force, expanding hunting, gathering, and childcare capacity. Female relatives benefited by gaining protection, shared resources, and elevated status within the clan. Cultural myths often celebrated prolific fathers, reinforcing social acceptance of multi-wife households. In some regions, men earned additional wives through gift exchanges, cementing reciprocal obligations. These exchanges linked distant groups, facilitating trade routes and knowledge diffusion across generations. Within households, each wife occupied distinct roles, from food preparation to ritual caretaking. Eldest wives often managed communal stores, while younger partners assisted in child-rearing. Children identified with their mother's lineage, yet paternal lineage dictated inheritance and status. Such structures balanced individual autonomy with collective responsibility, fostering resilience in harsh environments. Over millennia, agricultural surplus and settled cities altered economic incentives for family size. Emerging state systems imposed taxes based on household heads, favoring monogamous unions for simplicity. Religious codifications later sanctified exclusive bonds, marginalizing polygynous customs as relics of the past. Today, remnants of ancient plural marriage persist in limited cultures, echoing adaptive strategies long forgotten. Industrialization introduced wage labor, reducing reliance on large kin networks for survival. Urban anonymity lessened communal pressure to produce numerous offspring, reshaping marital expectations. Legal reforms codified equal rights, outlawing inheritance practices that favored multiple marital arrangements. Education empowered women to claim autonomy, challenging traditional polygynous hierarchies. Anthropologists now view ancient polygyny as adaptive response, not moral endorsement. Understanding this evolution reveals humanity's capacity to restructure bonds in pursuit of collective well-being. Future societies may revisit flexible unions, echoing ancient practices while integrating modern ethical frameworks. Such reflections remind us that marriage, like humanity, constantly reshapes to meet changing worlds. Around 30,000 years ago, early humans formed unions beyond simple pair bonds. Archaeological sites reveal evidence of communal living and complex relational networks. These societies often practiced polyamorous arrangements, allowing men multiple partners concurrently. Anthropologists label this pattern as polygyny, where a single male marries several wives. Such structures emerged naturally from survival pressures and resource distribution strategies. In harsh climates, larger families ensured better protection against predators and environmental threats. Multiple wives contributed diverse skills, from gathering edible plants to crafting tools. Their combined labor increased food caches, securing the clan's long-term stability. Men with more wives could display status, signaling power within expanding groups. Higher reproductive output reinforced lineage continuity, a crucial factor for early human success. Cultural myths glorified prolific fathers, embedding polygyny into ritual and storytelling. Wives often formed sisterly alliances, strengthening inter-family bonds and mutual assistance. Each wife managed her own household, overseeing children, food preparation, and communal rites. Senior wives acted as matriarchs, guiding younger spouses through cultural expectations. Younger wives contributed fresh perspectives, adapting practices to shifting environments and resource availability. Polygynous households required clear division of labor to avoid conflict and ensure fairness. Anthropologists note that resource-rich males could support larger families without jeopardizing subsistence. When resources dwindled, societies often shifted toward monogamy. Around 30,000 years ago, early humans formed bonds that resembled marriage rituals. These unions intertwined survival strategies, cultural identity, and reproductive cooperation across generations. In many hunter-gatherer groups, men freely took multiple wives to expand kin networks. Polygyny emerged naturally where male resources outpaced female contributions, ensuring household stability. Abundant hunters could provide food, shelter, and protection for several partners simultaneously. Anthropologists observe that multiple wife arrangements amplified genetic diversity within small bands. With each wife, a man forged alliances, linking disparate clans through shared offspring. These alliances bolstered group cohesion, facilitating trade, mutual defense, and cultural exchange. Resource abundance allowed men to allocate separate gardens, hunting zones, and sleeping quarters for each wife. Wives assumed complementary roles, managing childrearing, food processing, and medicinal knowledge within their domains. Eldest wives often oversaw younger partners, teaching customs and mediating disputes efficiently. Younger wives contributed fresh skills, such as new hunting techniques or novel weaving patterns. This division of labor minimizes competition, fostering cooperation among spouses and their children. When environmental pressures tightened, surplus wives became liabilities, pressuring societies toward monogamous norms. Climate shifts reduced game populations, making single-family provisioning more practical than multiple households. Cultural narratives began glorifying pair bonding, framing monogamy as moral superiority. Legal codifications later reinforced exclusive unions, marginalizing polygynous practices in emerging agrarian societies. Nevertheless, remnants of ancient polygyny persist in isolated communities that retain hunter-gatherer economies. Their social fabric still reflects multiple wife households, echoing traditions forged 30 millennia ago. Understanding this evolution reveals how human adaptation reshaped intimate bonds across ages. By 30,000 years, humans already fashioned complex unions beyond simple pair bonds. Marriages intertwined survival, resource sharing, and social alliances within early hunter-gatherer groups. In many regions, men freely claimed several wives, forming expansive familial networks. Polygyny emerged as adaptive strategy, amplifying reproductive success and communal stability. Multiple wives increased food acquisition, child care, and defensive capabilities for the clan. Men with abundant resources attracted more partners, reinforcing status hierarchies within tribes. Women benefited from shared labor, mutual support, and collective child-rearing responsibilities. Sister wives often cooperated, dividing tasks such as gathering, weaving, and medicinal preparation. Elders mediated disputes, ensuring harmony among co-wives and preserving clan cohesion. Rituals celebrated union expansions, marking each new marriage with communal feasts and dances. Yet, as agriculture spread, property accumulation shifted marital expectations toward monogamous contracts. Land ownership required clear inheritance lines, reducing incentives for multiple marital bonds. State formation imposed legal codes, often criminalizing polygyny to regulate population and tax revenue. Religious doctrines further promoted monogamy, framing single-spouse unions as moral ideals. Gradually, societies transitioned, and the prevalence of multiple-wife households dwindled worldwide. Remnants survive in isolated cultures, where tradition clashes with modern legal frameworks. Studying these pockets illuminates how cultural inertia preserves ancient marital patterns. It also reveals the resilience of human social structures amid sweeping economic change. Understanding this evolution empowers us to appreciate diversity in relationship models across time. Recognize that past practices inform present debates on partnership equality and freedom. Share this knowledge, challenge stereotypes, and foster dialogue about marriage's adaptive past. Subscribe, comment, and explore further to uncover humanity's enduring quest for connection. Future archaeological discoveries may reveal even richer complexities in ancient marital customs. Genetic analyses could trace lineage patterns, confirming multiple wife arrangements across continents. Such evidence would reshape narratives, emphasizing cooperation over competition in early societies. It reminds us that human ingenuity often manifested through shared responsibilities, not solitary endeavors. As we confront modern relationship challenges, looking back offers guidance on resilience and adaptation. Embrace the lessons of our ancestors, honoring both their triumphs and their limitations. Let curiosity drive us toward deeper understanding of love, kinship, and societal evolution. Join us in preserving this heritage, ensuring future generations appreciate